So what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. BOA. Appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me loud and clear, man. Let me know if y'all can hear me loud and clear in the joint, man. Put one in the chat, man, if you can hear me loud and clear. I'm talking about loud and clear. Salute to the homies in the building. Appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. I see y'all in the building. Showing up, showing out. MPI, Treasy, The Enterprise, Jay Burns, Markel, J2, Foxtrot, Mr. O, MPI, Jay Burns, King Abraham, what's good, bro? Mr. O, the Ozone Podcast. Salute. Assad, appreciate the super sticker, bro. Appreciate it. Who else we got in the joint? Kendall, salute, man. Appreciate you being in the joint again. Fitz, what up, homie? All right, let's get ready to do it, man. Beaver and Tony A was in the joint earlier, man. Appreciate Tony A. Let me know about the typo I had in the title, man. Jeremy Chastain, what good, JC? Godly Alpha Sigma, man. What's up, man? All right, man. So here's what we're gonna talk about today, man. You know something I noticed, man? That with my homies, now not all of them, man. Some of my homies went to prison, man, and got fat as a fool. But I had quite a few homies, man, that did some time, man. And fun fact, whenever one of my guys got ready to go in, man, they do always want to go to a strip joint. So the only time I ever been to the shake joint, well, I did a walkthrough one time because me and my homie had an appearance, man, and we just did a walkthrough. But otherwise, man, I've only gone in when I had a partner that was getting ready to go to prison. And before he had to turn himself in the night before, he wanted to go to the shake joint. So I'd always take him to the shake joint, man, just let them do their thing because we're going to be a minute before they saw something bad like that again. So, my homies used to go in, man, and I promise you, man, I had a homie went in, did 10, came out, man, boy, look younger than he did before he went in. You know what I'm saying? And I started to realize that my homies who were doing time were maintaining their youthful appearance better than those of us who were on the outside. And we had access to everything. And then I started realizing that was the problem. We had access to everything. And I thought about it and I said, man, you know what? So why is this? What's happening here? So I sat down and looked at some things. And I also had a vending account at a prison. And I used to talk to the trustees, man, and I realized that those guys didn't have any stress once they got used to the routine of it. The stresses of life were gone. Yeah, you're in an environment where any minute now you got to represent yourself, but once you represent yourself well and you garner a level of respect, then life just eases into a routine. So tonight we're going to talk about why men who've been to prison beat father time and how you can replicate the benefits in the free world. So I'm not telling you that you need to go to prison in order to get yourself in the best shape of your life, in order to eliminate the stresses of life. What I'm telling you is we're going to cover some things tonight that are going to put us in the frame of mind that those guys are in. And in the real world, you can eliminate some of the stuff, a lot of it. You can't eliminate all of it, but you can eliminate some of the stuff. Most of it is just a change of mindset. You understand what I'm saying? I keep the hot liquid on my throat, man. It's rough, man. You know what I'm saying? I did go get tested again today, man, and the test was negative. So, you know what I'm saying? That don't mean that for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm still coughing like a fool over here, man. And that's pretty much the only thing that's left over, man. Just this nagging cough, man. But that just means that I can't get, I guess that means I'm not contagious. You're contagious, touch me, baby. Give me what you got. All right, so B. Ross, appreciate the 5 bones, man. So here's the thing, man. The main thing that happens in that environment is there are no stresses and drama from worrying about the everyday issues of the free world. Ain't no road rage in there. You ain't driving. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't no, new rules and regulations popping up all the time. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a routine and you settle into a routine. I'm not saying the rules never change, but when a man settles into a routine, that's the most effective situation he could be in his life. If you can't get in shape, it's because you ain't got no routine. You can go to the gym all the time. You can go every day. But if you ain't got no routine, you're not going to see no results. If you're in the kitchen and you don't have a routine, count your macros, count your calories, count whatever you count, that's a routine. Everything in life that has success is a routine. When you're practicing basketball to become great, it's a routine. Practicing free throws is a routine. Practicing that jump shot is a routine. It's nothing to watch Steph shoot 500 shots after practice. It's routine. Everything that any man can excel at in this world is routine. And there is no other place that has a more routine existence than prison. Maybe the military, but even in the military, you can be transfer somewhere else or ship somewhere else and the routine changes. Pretty much in prison, the routine is going to be what it is. There may be some different particular nuances, but once you're in the system, you're in the system. And of course, from minimum security, medium security, maximum security, there's going to be some differences in the routine, but it's still going to be a routine that you can acclimate yourself to. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. Think about not having the stress of going in one day and they say, all this stuff you paying for, you can't pay for it no more because we got to lay you off. You can't get laid off in prison. They can't tell you, okay, you know what? You ain't doing a good job. You got to get out of here and go home. They can't tell you that. Once you're in your routine, you're in your routine. And I'm telling you, when you know what you're going to do tomorrow, there is no stress about tomorrow. You know what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? When you know what time you got to wake up, here's the thing. We do the same thing in the real world. But in the real world, we'll hit our snooze button, or we'll call in, or we'll do whatever we have to do to miss a day, skip a day. When you're in a routine, you cannot skip a day. The routine is the routine. It's just the life you live. Another thing that takes place, there is no feminine energy from women and the issues it causes between men. You see what I'm saying? Now, there are some guards, there's some feminine dudes in there, but I'm talking about the feminine energy that happens like at a nightclub where some dude get to fighting over a woman. Where you come home and there's another dude in the house with your woman. Where a woman playing two dudes against each other. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of issues that men deal with in dating a relationship that just aren't present in prison. Because here's the thing, even if you have a woman while you're in there, you're in there. You can't worry about what's going on at home. You can't worry about what's going on in your bedroom. You can't worry about what your woman doing in the free world, man, while you behind the wall. You just can't worry about it. You can't worry about it out here when you ain't around her, when you can't see her. If we buy into the mantra that you can't trust your woman any further than you can see her, how you gonna trust her when you're in prison? And you can't never see her. You see her on set visiting days. Only time you can trust her when she's sitting right there in front of you in that visiting room. That's it. Now, another thing about a set routine eliminates the need to stress about the nuances of an ever-changing landscape in the free world. Man, we can wake up tomorrow and everything can be changed in the free world, man. Everything can be changed. We don't know what we're going to face tomorrow, man. We have no idea. Because we're out in a world that is governed by too many different entities. When you're in a prison, then the everything is governed by a few entities. You know what I'm saying? You got a superintendent, you got the warden, you got the deputy warden, you got about 10 people who run everything. In the real world, you got about 10 million people who run everything. And they're all jockeying for position to see who's gonna make the next decision, who's gonna change the next thing. Something as simple as the internet going out while you're working. You ain't gotta worry about that when you're in prison. And here's another thing you ain't got to worry about. And this is it. Again, I'm not telling anybody to go to prison to do this. I'm saying that these are some of the things that guys don't have to deal with behind that. One thing you ain't never got to worry about. You ain't got to worry about paying no rent. You ain't got to worry about it. And this not because these guys are lazy, because these guys be waiting for the opportunity to get up and go to work every day. It just ain't make no money and they ain't got to pay no bills. The little bit of fraction of pennies that they might make ain't nothing. But they don't have to worry about no bills. They don't have to worry about getting a bill and say, okay, well, you didn't pay us when you know you did pay them. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about Uncle Sam saying, hey, you owe us this. I know you paid us this, but you owe us this. The stresses of everyday life are eliminated. Stress is the biggest detriment to you maintaining your youthful appearance, your youthful exuberance, even feeling young. Stress is the number one thing that causes that type of turmoil. Anytime you can eliminate stress, you preserve yourself. And once you get acclimated to the environment, I'm not saying there are not any stresses, but once you get acclimated to the environment, there are few opportunities for stress when the routine remains the same. You dig what I'm saying? The routine remains the same. We can talk about violence and all that, but you got a better chance of being murked out here than you do in there. Think about it. Just driving a car heightens your chance, gives you a better chance out here. And here's another thing. You don't have the nagging and complaining from a woman. And that's readily available to you in the real world. Boy, you cannot miss that in the real world. There is always an opportunity to get some nagging in the real world. You ain't got to worry about a woman always telling you, always complaining about you never being at home, or when you're damn broke, she keep telling you about the things her girlfriend got what she ain't got. You ain't got to worry about none of that. Now, you do have to acclimate yourself to not being able to take care of your children. If you got children outside, I mean, unless you figure out something you can do in that man to get some paper, you got to understand that you're not going to be an effective person, an effective being to the people outside, but you can't worry about outside. You're in a different world. You're in a different world. And when you think about the stress of women, man, the stress of dating and relationship, the stress of divorce, the stress of losing everything, the stress, all those stresses are gone. All those stresses are gone, man. And here's the thing. If you have a woman while you're in there, man, she'll do more for you than a woman will while you're free out here. Man, let me tell y'all something. When I used to go in that prison, they had a wall of shame. Every month, there'd be 2 or 3 more women up on that wall who done got jammed up, dating, being intimate with, bringing contraband in with inmates, 2 inmates. So it's not like you don't have the opportunity to have a woman. Here's the great thing about it. You have a woman, but she has no expectations of you. She has no expectation for you to get her a bigger house, for you to get a bigger car. She has no expectations. You know why? Because this is a stress-free situation for her. Because she know at night, you ain't at the club. She know at night, you ain't at no other woman's house. She know where you at night. And the thing is, that comfort affords her the luxury of feeling like she can do whatever for you because she ain't got to worry about you cheating on her. If a woman ain't got to worry about you cheating on a man, ain't no limit to what she'll do for you. If she into you like that. And then let me tell you the biggest thing. Not saying you can't get a phone and be on social media, but man, that social media bullshit, that's the main thing that's that, boy, you ain't got to even stress that while you in there, man. You ain't even got to worry about it. You don't live in a social media world. You live in the real world in there, man. So all the foolishness of social media, you can avoid it. You can avoid it. You ain't got time to be going back and forth with nobody, no comments. You ain't got time to be worrying about what nobody's saying. Just the overall stress of what social media is. Somebody just hating it for no reason. You ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about always being reported something negative that's going on in society. being bombarded with negative energy, with negative information, with murder and mayhem and all types of destruction and chaos. You ain't got to worry about being bombarded with that on an everyday basis. If you out here in the free world, you can't turn the TV on. You can't come online. You can't do nothing. You can't go nowhere. You can't see nobody. You can't do nothing without hearing about what's going on. The thing is, the people in that environment, they don't care about the outside. Even the guards who work there have to leave the outside because when they come into those doors, when they come into those gates, it's a different world for them too. So everybody on the inside of that treats that like a cocoon. It is sheltered from a whole bunch of the negative things that's going on outside, man. Whole bunch of negative things. Now think about the stress of a man who's doing everything for a woman and she's not appreciating him at all. Now think about the man in prison who has a woman, she's doing everything for him. Everything for him. And requiring nothing from him in return except the one thing that he want to give her anyway because he in prison. And he needs a release. And here's the greatest thing about it. There's a heightened, and this is the main thing. This is the main thing. Testosterone is the masculine man hormone. It's the masculine man hormone. It's the health hormone for a man. When you're in prison, there are high levels of testosterone unmatched in the free world. You can't match the testosterone levels of prison in the free world. You got to go into the Africa savannah and go around those bull male elephants doing the rut, doing mating season. That's the only place you're gonna go and get that influx of testosterone, man. You can't help but be preserved when you're in a sea of testosterone, man. There's a certain demand on your energy from that. You don't get the opportunity to do a lot of feminine things that in turn affect your masculine appearance. You don't get to do that. Some dudes do. Some dudes go in there for that. Listen, and this is gonna sound crazy, but even a DL dude, a dude that's DL in the free world, can go in prison and be messing with the girl boys. He can do that freely because he ain't the only one doing it. There's a pocket where that's normal. There's a sense of normalcy to that in that environment. So even that dude lives a stress-free life. Now you come outside, he got to try to be with a woman and live a life that he don't want to live. Behind the wall, he ain't got to do that. Ain't no opportunity to do that. Every man eliminates some stress factors when he's in prison. Every man does. Now, am I saying I want to trade my life now for a life in prison? Oh, no. No, I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that I want to trade my life and go in there, but I'm going to tell you how you can get some of these things. The high levels of testosterone that are unmatched. Now, you ain't going to be able to match that in the free world, but you can create an environment for yourself that's only laden with testosterone. You know what that environment is? Your crib. A man has to have a masculine space. So even if I had a woman and we cohabitated, I'd still have my own masculine space. We'd have a crib, and then I'd have my own masculine space. A man has to have a masculine space to rejuvenate his masculine energy. You have to have that. You have to have a space where you can just go in there and there is no femininity. There is no female. There is none of that soft stuff. It is all masculine energy. You can decorate the environment however you want to. No feminine energy. You can create, you can listen to music, whatever music you play, whatever food you eat, whatever, everything that goes on, you can absolutely build a masculine environment that's filled with testosterone to the brim. And it will not be that environment with all of those different levels of testosterone, but it also won't be the confrontation of that environment with all of those different testosterone levels in there. All those different pockets of testosterone. So that is, that's the gift and the curse of it all. The reality of the scenario is when you're in an environment where you don't have to give your strength and peace away through the process of dumping your testosterone into a woman, boy, you're going to be stronger. You're going to feel better. You're going to look better. You're going to live better. Listen, bro, there are going to be things about you that take place when you don't have the drain of strength and peace that comes with running around chasing women and dumping your testosterone into them for no reason, not for procreation, for no reason. Even with procreation, when you dump your testosterone into a woman for procreation, you get that testosterone back in the form of a mini you. You see what I'm saying? You dump it in, it comes back to you as something else. You really don't have to worry about a bunch of things, man. There are a bunch of things that just aren't gonna concern you. Not gonna concern you. And for me, that's the main one. Man, you give your strength and peace away. It is not for kings to give their strength to women. It don't give your strength to women. Preserve your strength. Keep your strength to yourself. That's how you do that out here. When I tell you, man, I go 6 months out of every year abstaining, that's why I do that. I do that because of the benefits men in prison get from not giving themselves to women all throughout the year whenever they can. You find me a man who always giving himself to women, he's quite an emotional being. You can't only help but be emotional. He's an emotional being. Has no confidence in himself. He's got stuffed confidence, not self-confidence. The reality of the scenario is if you preserve your masculine energy, your alpha energy, by not spreading yourself thin with intimate situations with women all throughout your life, brother, you're going to live longer, you're going to live stronger. I promise you that. Men in prison, semen retention is a whole lot easier in there. No fat. Because here's the thing. Of course, some people may have a falling out. A bunch of people have fallen out, to be honest with you. But when you think about it, there is no access to porn. There's no regular access. You can't just come home, man, go on your computer, man, log in. You can't just come home, man, and go on your phone. Every day you come home, man, you on your phone, and you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't go down and pick up some chick off the corner. You can't go to the shake joint and try to go upstairs to a private room with some chick. You cannot live your life based on chasing women if you're in prison. And that's one of the main things, one of the most detrimental things that men do in this society is chase women. And for what? To give your testosterone away. You are chasing women. You are pedestalizing women. You are elevating women to a level of value that they couldn't ascertain without you elevating them there just so you can give your own testosterone away and make yourself a weaker man. That's why I think this. I don't think every man should go to prison, but I think every man should do a stint in basic training, military basic training. Preferably Army, Marines. I think every man should do, fresh out of high school, you should have to go to basic training. That should be a rite of passage into manhood. All of us should have to go to basic training because basic training is another environment. Even though it's only about 8 weeks, that's another environment that induces that same type of energy. But it's short. It's really short. And the reality of it is it changes you as a man. It gives you a different understanding of who you are. And it gives you a different connection with yourself. Now, I ain't saying you gotta, after that, every man need to go to the military, make a career out of it. If you want to do that, fine. But I'm saying that basic training, every man needs to have to go through basic training. Every man needs to have to deal with boot camp straight out of high school. You come out of that, man, you're a man. Because in other cultures, you see other cultures, boys are raised from the time they're 11, 12 years old. They're taught these things. These things are instilled in them. So they 16, 17, 18 years old, man, they really out here moving like grown men. They out here moving like 30-year-old men, 30-year-old American men. You see what I'm saying? You have to understand that eliminating the chase of intimacy, the chase of pleasure, it's the main thing that benefits those men behind that wall, man. It's the main benefit. Mind over matter. You become the master of your own libido. When you can master your libido, you have mastered the essence of your manhood. Trust me, your libido is directly tied to your manhood, bro. If you master that, you have mastered something. You have done something great. Shy, appreciate the dime. I got a partner in Attica doing 10. He got 5 left, but everything he's speaking is above and beyond facts. Salute, dog. Salute to you, bro. Peace to the homie in Attica, man. NYC, Vol, what's good, bro? Appreciate the dime. Wow, I never seen it that way, doc. Had homies behind the wall, still maintain the connection with bro, mainly based on them feeling insecure that he ain't out there with women. Yeah, that's it, man. Insecurely secure. That's really what it is, man. And the thing is, man, I would tell men like this, man. I'm not saying don't deal with a woman that's outside, but you can only deal with her a certain way. You understand what I'm saying? You can't, man, let me tell you something. You know, you got guys out here, man, that are in a relationship, man, and man, and they be trying to be intimate with a woman every day. They be giving their testosterone away every day. And they brag about it. They think it's something to brag about. You think it's something to brag about to give your testosterone away every day? You think it's something to brag about to give your testosterone away to multiple women in one day? They ain't nothing to brag about. That's simping. That's simping. A man who lives that way, you can sense the softness in him when he's talking. You can sense the softness in the way he shakes your hand. You can sense the softness in that guy. That's just the way it is, man. So every man needs to understand that if you put a man through basic training, it will help you experience the freedom of being stress-free from women in relationships. And then when you come out after that and you deal with women from a position of power, because you understand the power in not being tied to that woman closely like that. I'm telling you, brothers, you got to understand the value of not being caught up with getting pleasure from women through your whole life. That's not something we need to be doing our whole life. We can't live our whole life based on getting pleasure from women. It's just not the thing we should do. It's not. So another thing is this. When you're in prison, working out is just a part of life. Like guys now go to a restaurant and go out to eat with a chick, or go hang out with your buddies, or go shoot pool, or go play cards, or go bowl, or go do something. The recreation for guys in prison is going to hit that iron. That becomes that's the club. The weight stack is the club. That's the party. And hitting that iron like that can't do nothing but give you positive effects and raise your testosterone levels. The main thing the main reason men out here have low testosterone levels, and athletes are the perfect example. Athletes have super high testosterone levels when they're actively playing the sport. When they leave the sport, they stop training. Some of them keep training. Shannon Sharp, Shannon Sharp on the Undisputed Show with Skip. Shannon Sharp never stopped training. Shannon Sharp was in pretty good shape. You see what I'm saying? Some guys don't stop training. Other guys do. Shaq was in pretty good shape. But Shaq stopped training while he was still playing. Look at Shaq now. Charles Barkley was in pretty good shape when he was with the Phoenix Suns, man. My boy had a six-pack with the Phoenix Suns. Look at him now. You got to understand, when you stop training, then your testosterone lowers and you start to take on the physique of a female. You start to take on the fat pocket physique of a female. That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no diss to nobody or nothing. This is just how it is. So when you're in there and working out, it's a necessity. And here's the thing. You got to work out because you got to be in the best position to handle whatever comes your way. Working out ain't even an option. It's a choice in there. It's a demand. It's a command. It's a requirement. You got to work out. Because the thing is, if there are 50 guys in a pod and 45 of them are working out on a daily, the other 5, they look like food to these guys. You automatically become food because these guys are training every day, so they're looking at you like you're not as strong as them. And then on top of that, when you think about this, when you're working out like that, and then you're not giving your testosterone away by dumping it into these women whenever you can, you ain't got access to women to do it like that. And then let me tell you the main thing. This is something we all lack out here. We all lack out here, man. They get the proper amount of sleep. As a man, you got to get the proper amount of sleep, dog. You got to. You got to get. Now, am I saying it's going to be 8 to 10 hours? No, it may not be. You know what the proper amount of sleep is? When you go to sleep and don't wake up till your body wake up. If you're waking up to alarm, you ain't getting the proper amount of sleep. If your alarm waking you up and you got to hit snooze, you ain't getting the proper amount of sleep. You ain't getting the proper amount of sleep. And this ain't about no gym, man. This ain't about none of that, man. This is about you can do whatever you need to do at the crib if you need to. Let me tell you something. As a man, you need to work out every day. Every day. Except for the Sabbath now. But you need to work out every day. I ain't saying you got to hit the iron every day. But if you ain't hitting that iron, man, you better go walk. You better go climb a mountain, man. You better go hit that treadmill. You better do something. Matter of fact, I got a treadmill downstairs in the truck now. That boy gonna be up in the crib tomorrow. I don't really ain't bring it in because it was raining out there. Matter of fact, when I'm done with this show, I'm gonna go down there and get it because it sounds like the rain is done. No excuses. No excuses. So what? You don't feel like going to the gym? Cut your treadmill on at home. You understand what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. If you working out and you getting adequate rest and you're not giving your strength away to these women, you're gonna maintain your youthful exuberance and youthful appearance, man. You're gonna maintain it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be handsome to women of all ages. You're gonna be handsome to women of all ages. All ages. And that's just the way it is. You're gonna feel strong. You're gonna feel rich. When you're strong, you feel rich. You can be rich and feel weak, but when you're strong, you feel rich, man. You feel like there ain't nothing you can do in the world. You feel like a superhero. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away. Greatest American hero. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. The greatest American hero, homie. You have to understand that you are responsible for creating the environment that's necessary for you to be strong. That's your responsibility. Another thing, a restricted diet. Boy, there ain't no diet more restrictive than the prison diet. That thing is restrictive, boy. No access to fast food. You ain't thinking no McDonald's. Unless you got somebody bringing it in to you. You understand what I'm saying? But you ain't finna get no McDonald's, man. You ain't finna get no Popeye. You ain't finna love that chicken at Popeyes. You ain't finna do that. You ain't finna do none of that. You ain't finna get no churches. You ain't finna do none of that. You ain't finna get no Burger King dog. You ain't finna do none of that. Pizza Hut ain't showing up. You ain't gonna do none of that. All you gonna do is try to get the cleanest thing you can eat because the stuff they feeding you out the cat, it ain't what you want to eat anyway. So you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna figure out how to get the clean eats that you can. And I'm telling you, brother, you are not going to eat as much as you eat in here. Or out here. You're not gonna eat as much as you eat. Let me tell you something. Ain't no late night snacking in prison. You might have a few things in your commissary in there, man, but ain't no late night snacking. Because ain't no late nights. It's lights out in that thing at a certain time every night. Sleep routines. You have to sleep on a routine. You need to be going to sleep every night at the same time, dog. Every night. You get into a routine and you train your body to rest, wake, and work. And you train your body to rest, wake, and work at the same time every day. That's how you build congruency with your body. That's how your body systems start to function together as one, and you don't have the stress of headaches, backaches, all kind of aches and pain that shouldn't be coming your way. But it's because in prison, you have to take care of yourself because you have no option but to take care of yourself. You have to do this. And here's another thing, man. Being in an environment where self-respect carries the true weight it deserves to carry. There's a weight, a heavy weight that self-respect represents in there. Because self-respect will cause other people to respect you as well. Respect goes so far in that environment. So it don't matter if, it's out here, everything is facetious. Oh, who looks the best? Oh, who has the most money? Oh, who drives the best car? Oh, who has the nicest clothes? And now we all wear the same thing. You eliminate all the feminine outlooks on other men behind the wall, man. It ain't no thing about who wear the freshest clothes. Nobody dressing up for nobody else, because we all wear the same thing every day. We all wear the same thing every day. And here's another thing. There ain't no confusion about where you belong. Ain't no confusion about where you belong. Trust me. If you black, you're not going to be hanging over there with the SAs. You can count on that. If you SA, you're not going to be hanging over there with them Aryan Nation dudes. You ain't finna do that. It ain't going to happen. Everybody is in their pocket. Now, you may say, well, that's racism, that's discrimination, that's separate. Let me tell you what that is. You know what that is? That's segregation. The thing that has always been effective in this entire world. That means that the people you're around understand you and you understand them. The people you're around understand your struggle. The people you're around understand the things that you've gone through, the things you might go through, the things that you need, the things that you don't need. So it puts you in an environment where you understand the people around you. There is nothing more stress relieving than understanding your environment. Understanding your environment, being at peace with your environment. There's nothing greater than that, brothers, I'm telling you. Nothing greater. MPI. Appreciate the firebomb. Reminds me of the time I was in county jail for a day and a half. It wasn't in the bag. If it wasn't in the bag, I didn't eat it. I gave my food to my cellmate. And let me tell you something. Yeah, you'll do that at first. That was a day and a half. Being that boy a year and a half. You're going to be figuring out how to see what you're going to eat. You may get a plug and figure out how to get other stuff out the kitchen, man. You may be getting steak sandwich or something out there, man. Who knows? Everybody got to hustle. Ken Wood, salute, man. What's up, book? Keep these Stacey Adams on your neck, my brother. Salute to you, Ken Wood. Good to see you in the joint, man. So here's another thing, man. Being out of the rat race. Man, it's such a rat race out here. It's such a rat race. Everybody trying to drive some new, wear some new, buy some jewelry, buy some crib, buy some this, what to invest in, all of this right here, man. The rat race is non-existent in there. And also, when the rat race is gone, keeping up with the Joneses is gone too. I'm going to let y'all sit on that one for a minute. Keeping up with the Joneses in the free world, man, is crazy. Keeping up with the Joneses is crazy. Ain't no keeping up with the Joneses when we all wear the same thing. Ain't no being in the rat race where we ain't got to worry about buying no clothes. We all wearing these state issues, homie. We wearing the state issues. Anything extra you get come from outside. Everybody ain't getting that from outside. So when you get something from outside, you ain't keeping up with the Joneses. That just puts you up there somewhere. But don't nobody care because everybody else wearing the same thing. Everybody wearing the same shoes, man. You might be able to wear a fresh pair of shoes, but in some of these prisons, man, especially private prison, man, you wear state issue everything. I'm talking about from the underwear to the undershirt to the shoes, man. You wear state issue everything. So ain't no need to try to keep up. Ain't no need to be looking at somebody trying to, man, look at him. He think he fresh, man. We ought to rob him. You can't tell him he fresh or not. He got on the same thing you got on. So a lot of the negativity towards everybody around you, the jealousy and envy, is eliminated for most people behind the prison walls. The jealousy and envy is eliminated, man. That's real. My liege, appreciate the fireball. I'm 19 with my body and mind right. Shorties ain't really been important to me, which is why I lack the experience I need. What do you suggest I do, Doc? What you mean, bro? You want experience in something, you got to start doing it. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing I'll tell you. Don't worry about, when you say you lack the experience, what experience do you lack? What experience do you lack? Don't worry about how to be with women. You be yourself. Don't ever change for women. Be yourself. Build yourself into the man you want to be, and then just be that. And the women who like that, they'll stay. And the women who don't like that won't. You can't worry about trying to adjust yourself and be who women want you to be, because women don't know who they want. They want one man this way, and then the next year they got a man that's totally opposite of the man they had. You can't worry about what they want. You got to be who you are. Just keep building yourself to the best version of yourself, man, and just keep living. You know what I'm saying? If you want to deal with one, deal with one. If you don't. But you ain't got to learn how to deal with a woman. She got to learn how to deal with you. Remember this. You're building the world that she's coming to be a part of. She's only a part of that world. She's coming to be let into that world, but it's your world. Another thing, man, about this prison thing, man, is this. Gun violence and the threat thereof are eliminated for both sides. You can't threaten nobody with a gun, and can't nobody threaten you with one. That eliminates a whole lot of combat stress. Whole lot of PTSD is gone when you don't have to deal with the threat of somebody blasting. Now, everybody can have a knife, everybody can have a shank, but that's something totally different. You can have one, I can have one. That's about what? Man-to-man, hand-to-hand combat. Ain't no stress in man-to-man, hand-to-hand combat. Long as we both got equal weaponry, hey, man, what's the problem? If we both got our hands, let's see who can get the best of who. If we both got our little blades, let's see who can get the best of who. That's the bottom line. The real thing we have to understand is that a lot of things that we deal with outside that bring stress are eliminated behind the prison walls. And that's the main thing. So the whole bring a knife to a gunfight thing is over. You ain't even got to worry about bringing a knife to a gunfight, because ain't no gunfight. It's always a knife fight. Always. And when you think about that, even as a black man, you think about being pulled over, man, you ain't got to worry about being pulled over by the cops, man. You ain't got to worry about it. You ain't driving nowhere. And yes, when you behind the wall, you call correction officers to police, but they ain't. They're correction officers. They can leave out the gate and get pulled over. You know what I'm saying? But when you're behind the wall, they are the police. But you see the same ones every day. See, that's the thing. You see the same ones every day. First shift, same one. Second shift, same one. Third shift, same one. And no alternating shifts. You got to put in a request to change shifts to go from third shift to first shift. Most of the time, you see the same people. Everybody wants a routine. Everybody wants a routine. Mark said you got to worry about your manhood being taken. Man, from everybody I've spoken to, man, has not had a problem. Now, all my guys, man, have not had a problem with any of that. Yeah, it goes on, but it's not like everybody who goes through the door has to worry about that. Now everybody has to worry about that. Because here's the thing. When you worry about getting your manhood taken, your manhood can't be taken. You got to give it away. Like MPI said. I ain't saying that can't happen to you, but I'm saying if you fight, your manhood didn't get taken. You just got overpowered. If you let somebody take your manhood, you deserve to have it taken. Everybody ain't going through that door having a manhood taken. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the thing is, this is how it is. These are the rules. If you're a young dude and you go in there, man, there's a chance. You're going to have to fight. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to fight for your right to keep your booty tight. That's what you're going to have to do. But you just go in there and fight. That's all you can do. All you can do is fight. That's it. Defend yourself. That's all you can do. There's a respect level that comes with defending yourself. There's a respect level. And there are rules. Don't go in there and let nobody give you nothing. Don't go in there, man. Don't go in there being this super friendly guy. Stay to your damn self. Don't ask no question. Shut up. Go in there and just do your time. All that other stuff, Nah, man, you ain't got going there, man, to worry about, man, your manhood being taken. I ain't never seen a man get his manhood taken. I imagine a man give his manhood away. You can give it away. And then I don't get that, bro. You say you Canadian, so y'all jails are softer. You talking like y'all jails are tougher. But that's the thing, man. I'm not saying you can't get dealt with. You can get dealt with. You can get dealt with. But if you fight, there's going to be a level of respect. And so it ain't like you're going to have to, you doing 2 years, you got to fight every day for 2 years. If you fight, I'm talking about show enough fight, there's just a level of respect. Nobody's going to view you as a mark. You know what I'm saying? But if you just, hey, man, listen, if you just say, okay, man, whatever I got to do, man, keep y'all from beating me up. Oh, boy, you about to be washing drawers. You be washing drawers, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have dish pan hand like food when you come out that boy. Feel the none. Appreciate the super sticker. So here's the thing, man. Here's how we're going to do these things in the free world. I already told you how to do the high level of testosterone. Always have a masculine environment. Always have an environment where you can go and just marinate your masculine energy. Marinate in your masculine energy. Create masculine energy. A spot where you go. I remember Pimp C said it once. He said, brick ass home, 2 apartments where I entertain friends. Yes, those apartments are where you go with your guys. You let your guys come through, man. Y'all work out, or y'all meditate in the word, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do what y'all gonna do, man. Y'all do masculine things. Create that environment. Don't ever let your woman in that environment. She ain't got no business ever coming in there. Ever coming in there. Never. Ever? Yeah, that ever. She ain't got no business ever coming in there. Now, no stresses and drama from worrying about the everyday issues of the free world, bills and all that right there. Live a minimalist life. Live a life where your lifestyle doesn't take any more than 30% of your income. Live a minimalist life. If your 30% can't give you the life you want to give, okay, you got to make more income. You got to build a better source of revenue. But you got to live a minimalist lifestyle. That's how you avoid the stress of living check to check, trying to pay bills. The no feminine energy and the issues it causes between men, nor the nagging and complaining that's readily developed in the free world. Don't put a woman in a position who's already a nagger. You can tell if a woman is a nagger before you ever see her. I mean, before you ever get involved with her. You can tell if she's a nagger. You can tell if she's a woman, man, that's just going to irk your nerves, just always try to get on your nerves, always talking crazy. You can tell that. And so you can't put a woman in that position. And most women you meet are going to be that. So most of us shouldn't have a woman in that position. My liege, amount of mouthpiece and et cetera is what I meant, and salute. Bro, I mean, the whole mouthpiece thing, man, you just got to be yourself. Like, mouthpiece is I don't even understand what that is. You just open your mouth and say what comes to your mind. You speak from the heart. You speak from the soul. You speak from the mind. Like this whole mouthpiece thing, bro, you just gotta talk. You gotta understand that you are the prize because you have built yourself into that. And then you just talk to a woman. For me, the whole mouthpiece thing, man, I don't understand. It don't exist in my world. You just got to grow into, don't worry about a mouthpiece, just grow into the best version of yourself. And then you're gonna speak to women with such confidence that that everything the conversation is just gonna go the way it's gonna go. You got to build yourself to the point where you speak to women with confidence. I speak to every woman with confidence. Every woman, I don't care who it is. Man, every woman is baby girl to me. She can be 50. She's still baby girl to me. Every woman but my mama baby girl to me. Yeah, my auntie's baby girl. And that's just the way it is. That's just how I talk, though. That's me. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I want to do. So another thing, a set routine that eliminates the need to stress about the nuances of ever-changing landscape in the free world. You got to live your life by a routine, man. You should be getting up at the same time every day. Like, you need a planner. If you ain't got a planner, man, you wasting time in life. I promise you, if you ain't got a planner, you wasting time. There's at least 4 hours a day you wasting. And they may say, oh man, that ain't nothing BOA. Okay, that's 28 hours a week. That's over a day you wasting. Listen, let's give us the Sabbath day. We ain't gonna worry about the Sabbath day. Man, listen, that's 24 hours a week. If you wasting 4 hours a day, 6 days a week, that's 24 hours. That's a whole extra day you wasting. So you pretty much only get 5 days for your 6 days. Your life has to be on a schedule. It has to be on a schedule, brothers. I'm telling you. You got to get up at the same time. You got to eat breakfast at the same time. You got to eat lunch at the same time. You got to eat dinner at the same time. You got to work out at the same time. You need to be on a schedule that's so tight that anytime somebody says, hey, man, I got an opportunity for you, it's going to be right here. You need to know right off top if you can do it or not, or what you got to move around so you can answer for that opportunity right there. Well, I don't know, man. Let me check and see and, look at some things and all that. No, you should have to do that. You should already know what you got to be doing at 3:30 p.m. on Wednesday. When you get into that routine, yeah, somebody may say, well, it's a lot of work, BOA, it's a lot of work. No, it ain't. Once you remember, you just gonna wake up every day and just go. You ain't gonna have to think. You ain't gonna have to stress about what's next. You just gonna wake up every day and go build your life. You just gonna go live your life, go build your life, go be who you are, man. There's nothing better than that. Nothing better than that. Also, none of that social media mess. Let me tell you something. Here's the thing, brothers. I'm only on social media because I'm a public figure. If it wasn't for that, I would not have an IG account. I rarely post on it. I'm just not big on that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just not big on that. Twitter, only thing I ever post on Twitter is when I upload a YouTube video, I automatically post to Twitter. You can go to my Twitter, man, look at it, man, for the past 2 years. The only thing you're going to see on there is video posts from YouTube, nothing else. I never post on Twitter, ever. Just not my thing. I have it. I have, IG, I have Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I haven't posted on Facebook, man, in at least a year and a half. At least. I don't do it. Why? Because I'm just not big on social media. I picked the one that I wanted to try to tackle, and it's IG. I'm on what's called, man. I'm on TikTok. I'm on TikTok, man. I think I may have put 3 videos on TikTok, man, in the past year. You know what I'm saying? I could do more, but the thing is, do I want to do more? You have to eliminate your exposure to social media, man, because it ain't really nothing but a bunch of mess. It's a bunch of sad, miserable people who get a chance to see other people either who are successful or portraying themselves to be successful, and they just get the hate. Make themselves feel better. Now, not giving your strength and peace away through the process of dumping your testosterone in these women. Let me tell you something. When it comes to dumping your testosterone in these women, the only time you lose is when you dump your testosterone into a woman that's not reciprocating that feminine energy to you. That woman got to be giving you some energy so feminine. Feminine energy makes your body reproduce testosterone quicker. Because in the response to that feminine energy, your body is trying to get you ready to go. It's going to make sure your testosterone is where it needs to be because it's trying to get you ready to go because you got some sweet, petite, soft, and tender that your body is preparing for you to enter. And it's going to have you ready. Otherwise, you're wasting time going around here spreading yourself thin to all these chicks, man. You're wasting time. Stop doing it. Don't chase women for what? It doesn't make sense. Chase them for what? So you give your testosterone away and get nothing in return? That makes no sense, bro. Adequate rest. Adequate rest. At prison, it's lights out at the same time every night. Guess what? It need to be lights out at the same time every night for you. And let me tell y'all something, man. You cannot rejuvenate your brain after midnight. So after midnight, Your brain is still rejuvenated. That's why you can go to bed at midnight and wake up at 7, get 7 whole hours of sleep, and still feel completely washed. You know why? Because you didn't give your brain time to work. You got to think about it. We were meant to go to sleep after the sun goes down. So in wintertime, we would all be asleep at an earlier time than we are in summertime. Because in summertime, there are things to do outside. Summertime, springtime, there are things to do outside. There's reaping and sowing. There's harvesting and growing. But when you think about it, you got to put yourself in a position where you're getting the proper amount of sleep. Good sleep now. Not just, I was in the bed, I was asleep. I'm talking about good sleep. You need to start, in order to get your brain right, you really need to be going to bed no later than 8 o'clock. Really. I know that sounds crazy, but you really need, because if you go to bed at 8 o'clock, let's say it take you 15 minutes to go to sleep. You only got 3 hours and 45 minutes to rejuvenate your brain. You have to have a sleep routine. Mark Wahlberg goes to bed every night, every day at 6 p.m. He goes to bed at 6 p.m. He's up at 4 a.m. So he's up with the roosters, before the roosters. Sometimes he got to go out there and wake the roosters up. How can he do that? Because he works so hard during the day. He grinds so hard during the day. Grind so hard. I'm telling you, man, I'm about to start going to sleep at 7 o'clock. It won't be no more 7 o'clock show. I'm literally starting. And here's the thing. You don't compromise your routine for anyone, because if you're behind the wall, those cells click and those lights go off at a certain time. I don't care what you got going on. It's lights out around here, homie. It's lights out. Certain time, the lights are out. You got to do that without compromise. I don't care who got what going on. Who got what going on? And people should know not to call you before a certain time. They should know. See, this is how we live it, man. We want to live a life that's beneficial to us. We want to live a life that gives us the best chance to be successful, the best chance for us to maintain our youthful exuberance, the best chance for us to be confident, the best chance for us to be rich, even before we get to the finances. We want to be rich with or without the finances. Working out. Man, listen, bro, let me tell you something. I got 5, 8s, 12s, 15s, 20s, 25s, 30s, 40s. Those are all the dumbbells I got. I don't need nothing heavier than that. Because if you string your exercises together properly, boy, you're gonna blast yourself with them dumbbells right there. I don't need nothing heavier than that. You understand? I ain't trying to get big. The whole point for me is just to be lean. Year-round lean. Here's the problem, brothers. Too many men are making excuses why they can't work out. Let me tell you something. If you get you a dumbbell set like that, of course, I got a dumbbell set, I got a bench, I got an invert table where I can, where I can hang it upside down like this, man, and do upside down crunches, or turn it up like this, man, and do leg lifts and all that. I got that right there, man. I got a pull-up dip station. All you got to do is use the shit every day. All you got to do is use it every day. Create your routine and use your shit every day. I got a whole bunch of damn stairs. I ain't got no stair stepper machine, but I got a whole bunch of stairs. You know what I'm saying? Coming up to the crib, man, there's 10 right there and there's 15 right there. I got 25 stairs. You know what I do? I walk up all those stairs, run back down those stairs. Walk up all those stairs, run back down those stairs. Do that for about 30 minutes. Let me tell you something. I don't care what else you're doing in the world. That's more than you doing as far as cardio goes. Because when you get to about the 12th minute and you running up and you walking up them stairs, boy, let me tell you something. You can't wait to run back down. Only to realize, damn, I got to walk back up them. You got to make everything that goes. Ab wheel. I got the ab wheel. Me, I got the wide ab wheel. I got the one that's about this wide. You understand? Where you can roll and you can lean with it. You can ride on the edge of you. Man, you got to have all this stuff. You just use it every day. This ain't about trying to be no damn bodybuilder. This ain't about trying to show off or flex to the world. This is about you being the best version of yourself, increasing your testosterone to a level, man, that's going to help you maintain your youthful appearance and youthful exuberance, man. Well, when a young tender come over, man, you ain't worrying about nothing, man. You already know about it. You know, it's about to be a bust down, crush down. You already know what it's about to be, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing greater in the world than having a young tender fall through with it in her mind that she is not finna get down with you. That this is her first time coming to your crib. And then you take off your shirt. Just getting a little comfortable. And you can tell by the look in her eyes that it's gonna be some give me in tonight. Like Frank Beverly may say, I can tell by the look in your eyes. I can tell by the look in your eyes. You want to get it in with me. You want to get it in. These are the things, man, that you have to keep in mind. Body weight, man. Listen, that's why I don't believe in like heavyweight, man. If you're doing dips, I'm talking about dips. You know, Superman dips, where you almost parallel like Superman. That's how you hit your chest, man. Listen, if you're doing that, man, and you're doing pull-ups on it, and then you got to do some incline bench. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get your upper chest right, you got to do incline bench. Like I don't even want to try to replicate that with body weight. But so you got to do incline bench. That's the only bench I do, incline bench. I don't do flat bench. I don't do decline bench. I don't do no bench but incline bench. You do that right there, man. And if you want to do some things, man, like flies, man, for your inner pec, whatever you want to do, man, you can do whatever you want to do, homies, is what I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? You can do rolls. You can do, you can do pec flies. You can do real depth flies. You can do any of those things, man. If you got your bench, some dumbbells, get your ab wheel, get your a pull-up and dip station, and whatever cardio you want to do. There's another thing. There's a thing I got, man, with some sleeves, with some springs on it. It's got gloves on it. It's an MMA joint. You put the belt around your waist and you hook the gloves with these cords to wherever you want the resistance to go, and then you punch it with that resistance from them things, man. I'm telling you, bro, you can get right at the crib. You just got to do it. Uh-oh. Did I just end the show? I think I just ended the show, man. No, I didn't. I don't know what just happened, man. The numbers went all the way down to 1. Boy, I thought I had ended the show on y'all, man. T-Fit. Appreciate the dime, man. Salute to the doc. If you ever find yourself slipping, like an accountability, listen to the doc. He will make sure you're 10 toes down. Salute to you, T, man. Appreciate you being in the joint. That's all, man. Get creative, man. If you don't do nothing else, man, just do you some push-ups. Do you some push-ups. Let me tell you something, man. Get you some dumbbells. Get you some dumbbells, man. Do you some real lunges. Then turn around and superset that with either some dumbbell deads, some Romanian deads, some plie squats. Superset it with something, man. I'm telling you, you can get the work done. You just got to be ready to do it. Restricted diet. What's a restricted diet? That means you stop eating bull, man. That's all a restricted diet is. Stop eating that bull. Bro, let me tell you something. If you're a grown man and you still eat McDonald's, y'all just shame your damn self. I ain't lying to you. If you're a grown man and you still pull your butt up in McDonald's, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Boy, I can't remember. I don't even know what McDonald's smell like. I don't remember. All you got to do, man, is eat things that are natural. Just eat natural foods. Eat natural whole foods, man. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Man, listen, let me tell y'all something about cardio. Cardio is not to help you lose weight. Cardio is what it is. Cardiovascular exercise for healthy cardiovascular activity. You want your heart to be able to handle whatever it is that you got to do. But here's the thing. It don't take effect until after the 29th minute. So you got to go do something that you can do for 30, 40 minutes. HIIT cardio is good, man. Like some people do HIIT cardio. Lawrence Thomas, man, appreciate the 10 bones for all the wisdom you provided me the last 2 years. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate it, LT. Just do it, man. My bad, homies. Being out of the rat race and keeping up with the Joneses. Don't worry about the Joneses. If your last name ain't Jones, why are you trying to be a Jones? Don't worry about that. Don't keep up with the Joneses. Just do your thing. Just do your thing. That's all you got to do. And being in an environment where self-respect carries the true weight it deserves to carry. That's just all about who you surround yourself with. You got to surround yourself with the right people. That's what you got to do. Elijah Norris, welcome to the Green Label Gang, man. Welcome to the Alpha family. So these are just some things, man, I want to come in here and talk about today, man. And the reality of the scenario is this. It's up to us as men to do what we need to do to take care of ourselves, put ourselves in a better position to win, because it's not a woman's responsibility to help you put yourself in the best position to win. That's why you just hire her as an employee in your life. That's all. She's just an employee in your life. Your life is your business. Let's take care of our life, man. Let's take care of our business. Make sure that thing keep grinding and growing. Our job is to take our life, the business that is our life, and make it a Fortune 500 company. That's the whole thing. So look, man, I appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. I'm about to get ready to go, put me in another shot of tea, man, in this joint, man. Go ahead and get ready to try to knock this thing on out, man. Again, we on the uptick, man. We messed around and took a test today, man. When they got another test, man, and we negative, man. So let's go ahead and get ready to just bounce back, man, and do our thing, man. This cough is a food, though. So anyway, brothers, I appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. Got a couple of great pieces of content coming up for y'all tomorrow, man. I appreciate the support. We still trying to bounce back, man, with the, after the community guideline strike, man. It's rough. After those community guideline strikes, man, the algorithm says forget your channel. So I appreciate y'all supporting, man, because it's only the truest of y'all, man, that are supporting right now, man. I appreciate it. We bouncing back, though, man. We're going to keep building the grinding and growing. King Ray Ray will be on tomorrow, 12 noon Central Standard Time. Y'all be looking for King Ray Ray, 12:05 Central Standard Time, p.m. now. 12:05 p.m. Central Standard Time, which will be 1:05 p.m. Central Standard Time on the East Coast and 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the West Coast. So y'all be looking for that, man. I appreciate everybody being in the joint. It's been real in the field. GLG, Alpha Sphere, salute. Y'all put God first. Keep grinding and growing, my brothers. Peace. Seems like no matter what you do sometimes, your efforts go underappreciated or unappreciated, period. All we do, man, is try to give men the information they need to become the best version of themselves. No hate. We love women. We don't hate them. We just don't take no foolishness. And we can't be controlled by our lust. Those men can, but not us.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Now, I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her and convince yourself that she brings more value to your life than you bring to hers. Just the protection and provision is more than a woman can ever make up for, man. So I'm not saying don't give her props for what she does, but damn sure never make her feel like she's more important to you than you are to her, because it's just a figment of your imagination. She knows the truth, so you have to understand the truth as well. This is called the abundance mindset. There's nothing she can give you that you can't give yourself, besides a baby. And do you really want one of those right now? Nope.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
You see, the main thing that men let women slide with is shut-uppiness and obedience. Now, when you use the term obedience with a woman, she automatically relates that to being a slave. But slaves aren't obedient. Obedience is a choice. Slaves either do it or die. Shut-uppiness is another thing that women have a problem with. It doesn't mean you can't talk. It means that you can't talk when I'm talking. It means that when we're talking about things that I do as the man, you don't have an opinion on those things. Because I make decisions based on facts, not opinions. Not even my own opinions, and most certainly not yours.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though.